Happy Easter Sunday to all of you celebrating Easter out there. The holidays, though, can be a stressful time for attention deficit children. Traveling to relatives may disrupt their daily routines, and all the excitement can be overwhelming. If you follow these real family strategies, though, you may avoid the holiday havoc. Here to explain more, welcome Maria Bagby, founder of the Therapeutic Literacy Center. Good morning, Maria.
Good morning.
Okay, so daily routines are interrupted in holiday scheduling. Tell us a little bit about what that means for children with learning disabilities or ADHD specifically.
Well, these children thrive on predictability. Their inner world is less predictable, so their external world depends on the adults around them.
Okay, and we as parents can do things to help control that, even though things may be, a little bit disheveled during the holidays. You have some very specific tips and family plans that we can work through to help make the children more comfortable and make it better for the whole family. So let's start with those. You talk a little bit about planning ahead.
I do. I think these children do really well having practiced, knowing what to expect. I even go as far as building little clay figures about what order and disorder look like, so they can talk about that ahead of time. If we don't have clay, drawing a picture of it or role-playing it, so they get an idea of this is what it looks like when it's not orderly, and this is what it looks like when it is, and how to create that in themselves. Then when they get there to that situation, they know exactly what they don't want to do, which usually inspires what they do want to do.
Sure. Great tip. And, another that you've talked a little bit about, and I think this one is great, even for my child who's a toddler, he doesn't have ADHD. However, I do find that this one is really, really important, even, just for the very average child, giving your kid a holiday outing heads up. When I tell him we're about to do something, or, he's about to go somewhere, he does much better with that than if I just say, oh, we're walking out the door. What does it mean for these kids with ADHD?
Again, it's that predictability and control. I know I have a 2-minute warning. I know I have 10 minutes. Even if time is less real for them, even setting a timer so they know what is coming, what's going to happen in the next few minutes. And
specifically behaviors, what do you see in the difference in behavior when you do this versus just kind of springing it on them?
It's a sense of control. And they have a more difficult time, again, controlling internally, so that external environment where they can predict what's happening in 10 minutes, even though they can't predict the regular routine.
So in terms of the behavior, you might get more outbursts or that sort of thing if you're not really sticking to the schedule.
Right. Surprise and shock takes away that sense of control internally.
If you do need to calm your child, what are some of the calming techniques with these children specifically?
Again, practice them ahead of time. They don't have a real strong pause button, and so practicing what a pause button looks like, or breathing techniques, or even just rubbing their hands together so that they have a sense of that sensory input.
Okay, we only have a couple seconds left, but you also talk about giving your child a job, and I know that that's important, even just going to the grocery store. Again, with the average child, for these children, that's even more important.
It is. Whether they get to put 3 things into the cart or open the door for someone who rings the doorbell, something as simple as carrying a plate to the table, which is something we do think about.
Again, giving them more control over their own environment.
Right.
Okay, very helpful tips, especially on this holiday. Thank you so much for being with us, and we're going to have you back again tonight at 10 o'clock to talk with us a little bit more on this topic.